Good morning, everyone. This is Professor Maloney, and today I'm going to be starting to do the Microsoft Access training simulation videos. Rather than just do one, as I've historically done, for Windows 10, Word, and Excel, I think what I'm going to do is try to break it up into either 2 or 3 recordings so that I don't have to spend too much time on each one. You know that I have a tendency to talk too much, and I repeat myself a lot. But I'm going to just try to get through chapter 1, excuse me, chapter 1 and hopefully chapter 2. And of course, when I say get through it, do what I normally do, somewhere between 30 to 40% of the activities for any given chapter. And if I can get through 30 to 40% for chapter 1 and 2, then I'll stop this recording and then I'll create another one on chapter 3 to 4 later on today. And today, by the way, is your class day. It's right now it's about 8 a.m. on Wednesday, the 30th of March. All right, so let's get to it. Let me first make sure that I am recording. I am recording, so let me stop showing myself and make sure that I'm sharing. So go over here, share, share, and share. My volume is on high, hide, and go over here. All right, so here we are. So let me go on over to MyLab IT. Hopefully most of you have done a good job so far on your MyLab IT work. So I'm going to go over here. Let's see if that put me in student view. I guess I go to course materials first. And then see which view I'm in. Okay, return to instructor view. That means I'm in student view, which is what I always want, right? Right. Okay, so access is available until 4/11, but remember that includes the late penalty. What you really get for access is until the 5th, which is next Tuesday, and then the exam is the 6th. Anything submitted between the 6th and the 12th, sorry, the 6th and the 10th, will be 20% late penalties. Remember, there are no projects with access, so that's one thing, but you have 6 chapters. Okay, no projects, but you do have 6 chapters. Okay, so I'm going to go into module 4, which is access, chapter 1 through 6. I'll definitely do chapter 1 in this recording and hopefully chapter 2. So let's see, chapter 1 simulation training. So click here. Come on. So this one I'm going to try to be a little quicker. Okay, so start access. Well, that's nice and easy, right? So I just go in here and I type access. Okay, and open access. Now they want me to open a file. It's called A01H1 Traders. Okay, so I'm going to open other files, meaning because these are to open up either a blank database or templates of various types. But in my case, open other files. And then they're saying it's in, well, I think they're saying it's in the documents folder because they want me to save it in the documents folder. So let me just go to this PC, okay? And then documents is where I am, but I'll double click it anyway. So I'm in documents and they say open A01H1 Traders. So that, and click open. Now they want me to save a copy of it with the file name A01H1 Traders _ student name in the documents folder. Okay. Since I'm not doing anything, I probably don't need to enable content before I do the file save, but if it doesn't let me, then I'll enable the content. Okay. So file. Let's see, I just want to do a save as. I got a feeling they won't let me do it now, but anyway, so save it as, okay, and in the documents, it looks like it's in the documents, and they want me to call it so, whenever you can take advantage of what they've already typed, like they've already got it called A01H1 Traders, so just get rid of the .accdb, and remember, you do not save it with .accdb anyway, because if you did, then it's going to have .accdb again, which would be an invalid file, okay? because it's already going to save it as an access database. Okay, so underscore after traders, and then capital spell student name, capital meaning capital S, capital N, no space, in the documents folder. So save it. Okay. Now it says, excuse me, review the security warning and then enable the content. So now they want me to enable the content, and that is done. Okay, so now from the navigation pane, double click the customers table to open it in datasheet view. So customers table, double click, and now it's going to open. And I was going to say, I hope so, in datasheet view. So when you see the records, that's datasheet view, but obviously you can also click the down arrow, and you see datasheet view has the little pinkish orangey border around it. So don't click it again, because then that's like counted as a click. So once you see it, it's okay because you haven't committed. But if I click, then I'm already there, and I think it would, charge me an error. But anyway, switch to view from datasheet view to design view. Actually, they want me to go to here anyway. So now I want to go to design view. So just click here, and now we're in design view. So now they're saying to go ahead and collapse the forms group. So that means we're over in all access objects. So to collapse like tables, you click the two greater than signs that are facing up. To do the same with queries, and they want us to collapse forms so that the forms object no longer shows. So I'm going to click right here. Okay, now it's gone, and now it says open the relationships window. Relationships is in the database tools tab. Okay, and it's what we do, and you saw me spend a lot of time on that, I think, in my 1 hour and 55-minute video that I played in class last week. But anyway, they want me to open the relationships window. So just click it to open it. Okay, so that thing is now opened. Now, let's see. Examine the tables and their relationships. Observe the primary keys for each table and the joins between them. Okay, so what they're basically saying is to just look around at what we have. I can spread these wider, like especially with these, but basically where there's a 1 with this left, the little left horizontal line on the top left, that means product ID, where product ID is the 1, meaning it's the primary key in the parent table. So product ID here, and then it's related to product ID down here with the many sign, which means you can have many product IDs repeating themselves in any given order, let's say, right? So in the products table, you can only have 1 of each product ID, but in the order details, you can have thousands of customers buying the same product ID. That's all it means. Okay, so that's there as an example. Then over here, there's a many for order ID under order details. And then in the orders table, there's also order ID, but again, as a primary key. So there can only be 1 order ID, 1 of each order ID. But that 1 of each order ID can have lots of order details, because it can be for 1 item, or it can be for 10 items or 20 items, right? As many as need be. Here we have employee ID from the employees table, and then employee ID from the orders table. So this is probably the employee ID that either took the order. Okay, so there can only be 1 of each employee ID in the main table for employees, and there could be many, though, of that person doing orders for the company, and then the rest similar. Okay, so now it's telling me, so I observed that. Create a relationship report. So there's a relationship report area in the tools, so just click relationship report. And let's see, save the report using the name suggested in the Save As dialog box. So I'm just going to save it, okay? And it says this is the suggested name, so I don't have to, I mean, it's not really a suggested name, it's just the name it's going to show. But anyway, that's what they want me to do, just click the OK. All right, so that is done as well. So now we're on 1-1-3. 1.1.3. Open the employees table in datasheet view. So employees. So double click employees, and now that's open in datasheet view. Okay. So they want me to go to the 4th record. So remember, this is datasheet view. That's where the records are, and they want me to change the last name Peacock to Fox. So here's last name. 4th record says Peacock. Okay. So get rid of Peacock and type it as Fox, press tab to record the change. So once I hit tab, now Fox is the new last name for this particular, I guess, employee, right? It's the employees table. So it's done. I don't need to hit the save, but it's done. Oh, actually, okay, they want me to undo now. So it's done, but now they want me to hit the undo. Undo up here is like a regular undo. Okay, so now it's back to Peacock. Let's see, press tab. Change last name to Fox again. Oh, Fox again, sorry. So make this go back to Fox. I can probably undo. No, I can't undo again. And tab. So now it's Fox again, and then close the employees table. Okay, so right click and close. All right, and now close the customers table. So I'm just right clicking on the tab and close. All right. So now we're going to go down to the next one. I'm not sure how many I'm going to do, but this is number 4, and I'll do, either this one and then one more, or just no more and go on to the next part. Okay. Anyway, so 114, open the products form in form view. So now they want me to go to a form, and it's the products form, which is this one. So I can double click it and it'll open in form view, or I can right click. Okay. All right. So now I'm in the form, in form view. If you click the down arrow, you'll see again the pinkish orangey border around form view. That means I'm in form view. Okay. Use the next record to display the second record. So right now we're in record 1 of 19. And this is the record manipulation down here. Like this, if I click right here, it's going back to the first record, even though I'm on the first record. This goes to the next record. They want me to go to the next record. So click this one. So now I'm on the second record. Okay, so let's see that, and then they want me to go back to the previous record. So they're just wanting us to, I guess, move around a little bit. Now they want me to search for grandma. Okay, so in my home tab right here, I just go into my find. Right, so filter, find. So click find. And let's see how they say they want me to do it. For the product, contain the word grandma in any part of the field. Okay, so I'm going to type first grandma. And now, looking current field, let me see the choice. Yeah, current field is probably okay. And then in any part of the field. Okay, match any part of field. So in other words, it doesn't have to be the whole name as long as grandma's find. And now find next. Okay, and now found it. So there's grandma. See, it's not grandma's, but grandma counts. Okay, so that is there in any part of that. And let's see, then close. So I found that, and now just close it. So close that. Okay, now they want me to create a new blank record in the form. So to create a new blank record, again, there's a couple ways to do it, but the easy way to do it is in your record layout area on the very bottom. A new record is the last choice. The greater than sign with a yellowish like square to say, well, if you hover anyway, it says new blank record. So that's what I want. Okay. Now they want me to enter a product name field. Okay. So here's the product name up there, and that's where the cursor is flashing. And type Julie's with what do you call it? Apostrophe. And then capital P for pecan, capital P for pie, and then tab. Okay, so that question is complete. Let's see. I don't want to do too much. I'll do one more. I'm not sure really where I am here. Can't tell. But, I mean, I know it's at least question 6 or 7. But I'll anyway. So open, where am I? 1.1.5. So it says open the products table in data sheet view. So again, table, products. So just double click it. Boom, boom. We're in the product, we're in the data sheet view. If you want to verify it, you can click the down arrow. It's got the little pinkish orangey, what do you call around that? So I'm in the products database sheet, the data, data sheet view. All right, so they want me to select the product ID 74. So here is 74 way down here. So just click it. Now it's selected. And they're saying begin to delete the record. I don't know what they mean, delete. I mean, delete, we can just go up here and go to delete, okay? And they're saying delete the record. So I'm going to click delete record. And now we're going to click the yes button just to confirm that they want us to, delete the record. Oh, actually, no, they want no. Let's see, when the access display. Yeah, so no, they don't want to. They wanted us to just see that this is what we would have to do, but they don't want us to do it. Okay, and then close the products table. So again, we can just right click on the products right here and close, and that's done. So I'm going to say that's enough for chapter 1. So I'm going to submit it. I think it's what I always do. Yeah, of course it's incomplete. And now I'm going to go back here and go to the next one, which will then be chapter 2. So let's see. Oh, okay, there's my score, 38%, 38.5, but that's, that's about what I would expect. I obviously didn't do it all, and it's in between the 30 and 40%, which I always want, so that's fine. All right, so chapter 2, simulation training. Make sure I'm still in the same view, I assume. Where is it? Yeah, I want to be, in your view, and I sometimes forget where it is. So just click here, simulation training again. Okay. All right, come on. All right, create a new database using the blank database template. All right, so we're already in Access in this point. It's a matter of what we want to do. And they're saying the blank database template. So that's the first one. That's what I normally use. That's what I used when I did that hour and 55-minute or whatever recording. All right, so blank database. Excuse me. And they're telling us to save the database in the documents folder. And you see, they're showing C users, my IT lab, under, backspace, sorry, let's see, the backslash document, and they want us to name it A02H1 bank. But again, remember, we will not name it with .accdb. So A02H1, and then a capital B bank, and save it or create it. Okay. Now they want us to create a field in the second column, okay, using short text as the data type. I think I demonstrated this in that video as well, but either way. So they're saying the second column. See, the first column, it's got new here, which means they made it as a auto number field, and it's ID. So it's basically going to be the primary key the way it stands at this point. But they're just saying the second column, meaning they want us to make a new field. All right, so they want me to here use short text. So what you do is you click it, okay, and first you pick the data type, then you name it. So click short text, okay. Then it comes up with a field name, and they want it to be branch ID. No space, okay. As the field name. So create a field, I did. Short text, I did, and enter that. They didn't say enter it. Oh, save the, no. I guess I enter. I'm not sure what. Okay. Yeah. So I entered, and then it would obviously bring us to another new field if we wanted to, but we didn't need to. All right. Okay. Save the table using the name branch. So I'll just click my save. Type branch. And say OK. Okay. So now they want me to go to design view on that form. Excuse me. So I just either right click on it or just go to view. And I normally show you through view. So this time let me right click and just do the design. Click design view here. Okay, so design view. Now, so now we're in design view. Remember, that's the one where you see the field names and the data types and the properties. Okay. All right. So with the branch table open, delete the ID field. Okay, so delete the ID. Okay, so remember, ID was the one that I just said was an auto number. That means it was the first one created by default, probably when they made the database. Now they want to get rid of it. So I'm going to right click and just say delete row. Okay, I also could have went to the ribbon, but I'll right click, say delete row, delete rows. Let's see, delete. It's not telling me to say anything. So I'm assuming they really do want me to delete. So I'll click yes. And then again, I'm not getting anything else here, but I assume they want me to say yes again. Okay, so that is done. Excuse me. All right, now, excuse me, they want me to set the field that we added, I think a couple steps ago, as primary key. So I can click the primary key on the ribbon because we're already in the right field, or again, I can right click. Right click, is a good thing, but I mean, whichever one you're comfortable with. But it's good to do both when you're doing your trainings, so that you can, or not just both in this regard, but more than one way in any training that you do, because whatever is allowed in training will be allowed on the exam. Okay, excuse me again. All right, so that question is done. Let's see now. Modify the properties of the branch ID field by changing the field size to 5. Okay, so we're still in design view because again, you see the properties down below, you see the data types and the field name. So this means we're in design view, but if you need to verify that, you can click the down arrow. As long as you don't click, once you do like the first click, you're not doing anything. You're just viewing, but there's no decision. Like if I now click either datasheet view or design view, they might say incorrect action. But I'm just verifying I'm in design view. I won't touch it now. I'll go over here and do the work. So they're saying just change the field size. So there's this is a selected record. So just look at the field size, 255, and replace it with 5. And then they said press enter. Okay. So now I've done that, and now they want me to put a caption property for the manager field. So you got to go to the manager field. So click it. Okay. Then caption and call it managers with an apostrophe, space, capital N, name. And press enter again, they're saying. Okay. Now, let's see. They want us to, in design view, so we're in design view again, data types, field names, and properties. They want me to add a new field after the location field. So basically, that just means come down here and add a new field. And they want it to be start date. Start date. Like if you hire a new employee, normally the HR people will record a start date for that person. So I put start date, and now they want me to make the data type date time. So date time, click. Okay, and then press tab. And then that's it for that question. Okay, now, you know what? I may, oh, wait, this says I'm on 5 of 18. Man, I get confused sometimes. Okay, so 5 of 18 is not enough for me to get what I want. So I got to do at least one more and possibly 2 more, probably 2 more. This one and 1 more, or this one and 2 more. All right, so anyway, view the branch table in datasheet view. So remember, I'm in design view. So I can right click and again, go to datasheet view, or again, go from the view tab. So whichever one you want to do, right? So now I'm there. And now they want me to enter 12/5/2016 as the manager's start date for the first record in the table. Because see, this is a new field that we just added. So right now there's no start dates. So they're just saying for this one here, enter a start date. And you notice there's a calendar. While you can do the calendar, excuse me, because they're using 12/5/2016, I'd recommend that you type it in. Otherwise, you're going to have to, it may take you a little while to find the date picker this way. So 1, 2, and they said do the slash, and then 5, do a slash, and 2016. So 12/5/2016 and enter. Okay, so that, well, that was a nice easy one. Excuse me. All right, so now I'm on 6 of 18, which means after this one is 33%. I think I'll do this one and 1 more. That should get me to about 37.8% or whatever again. All right, so begin the process to import. So now importing. Importing is very, very important. So there's an external data, okay? And there's things you can export to, and on this side it's saying export, but they're saying import. So import's over here, and it means a new data source. So I'm going to click new data source, and it says begin to import the Excel workbook. So that means it's from a file. So I'm going to click the from file, and I see the greater than, so it opens up, and it's from Excel. So click Excel. Let's see, begin the process. So A0, oh, wait, sorry. Import the Excel workbook from the document as a new table. Okay, so here's as a new table. So it's this one here, but I have to first browse to find the file. Okay, so this is the default, or yeah, it is the default radio button, but it's also the one we want. Okay, so browse. They're going to documents. They say import A02H2 capital C customers and .xlsx. Okay, so I just click that. Now it's in the file name, and I say open it to do it. Oops. Excuse me. I really apologize. It's early, I guess, and my voice is anyway. It's not really early. Let's see. So I've done that. So now just say okay. Okay. All right. Now with the first row contains column headings checkbox selected. So first row contains column headings. It is checked or selected. So that's what I want. Click next. So I'm going to just click next. Okay. Modify the field options up the CID field so that it is indexed with no duplicates. So here we're in the CID field. They don't want duplicates. So click the down arrow and say yes, but no duplicates. And then click next. Okay, I got to do more. Set the CID field as a primary key. So now CID, let's see, choose my own primary key, and I want CID. So I'm going to click here and choose CID, and then click next. Okay. Complete the wizard using the default table name. So they want us to not change it. That's the default table name. And do not save the import step. So do not do that. So just click finish. Oh, here they're asking again. Let's see. Do not. So just say close. All right. So I've done 6 out of 18. I think I need to do one more. This will be 7 of 18. So begin the process to import. Okay. So it's the same thing, but now from a database, from Access. So remember, over here is on the export side. Okay. We want to get a new data source again. This time, though, from database, because it's Access. So it's from Access right here. Click. Let's see, it's A02H2. So again, I'm going to be importing the database in this case. So import tables into the current database. Link to. I'm not linking, so I'm importing. All right, so it's that one, but I have to browse to find the file. Again, it's in the documents folder. Single click that and verify that's the right name. A02H2 accounts.accdb. That's exactly what we want. And that's up there. So I just say okay. Okay. Let's see. Select the accounts table. So select the accounts table. And then click OK. So that's all we have to do there is click OK. And then do not save the import steps. So do not. So just say close. Okay, so that's 7 out of 18. That's definitely enough. So what I'll do now is close this one down again, and then I'll go to the next one. So I will get chapter 3 in. Good. Let's see. So close this one down, which means I got to submit. So you see that I get a score. And remember, by the way, shoot, I haven't done the, it says 5 attempts, whatever, remaining. So remember, if you don't get it, let's see what I got on that one. Okay, yeah, so it was more or less what I thought. But remember, if you can't figure it out, in addition to obviously reviewing my video, you can get it wrong 5 times, and then they'll tell you what to do. Okay. All right. So I'm going to do chapter 3, and then I have to end this. So now instead of 3 videos, I'll have 2. One for 1, 2, 3, chapter 1, 2, 3, and one for chapter 4, 5, 6. I mean, assuming unless 4, 5, 6 take too long, in which case I'll break it up more. So I'm going to click chapter. Oh, not practice exam, simulation. Remember to do your practice exams, obviously, in the next 5 days or 6 days as well to get ready for the exam next week. All right. Oh boy, there's a lot of detail, but it's just a query, so it shouldn't be hard. Create a new query using query design. All right, so first we're going to create, and we're going to create query design. So that's nice and easy. First, add the agents table. So agents table, okay. and then the properties table. So I'll double click that. And they're saying when they put it this way, make sure you do the same order. So I did agents, then properties. So properties, okay. Close any open. So they don't want the other tables. So you just say close. Oh, let's see. Okay. Now from the agents table, add first name and last name. So agents, first name. If you double click it, they go down below automatically. Otherwise, you can drag it. But watch. I do first name, boom, boom, and it pops up. So that means the next one I double click on from either table will go to the next column. If I do more, it'll go to the next column. So that was first name. Then they said they want last name. Boom, boom. All right, so that's from that one. Then from the properties, which is this one, they want list price. So list price, square feet, and sold. Square feet is this one. Boom, boom. Sold is this one. Boom, boom. Let's see. Okay, now they accepted that. They went to the next part of the question. So in this one, they're just telling us now, run the query. So their query is run from the ribbon. Okay, you can also technically click the datasheet view and it'll do the same thing, but from the ribbon is what they're saying. So, okay, so that is done. I mean, but it's still going on. So there's a lot of parts to this one. So now let's see, display this. So it's query 1 because we haven't saved it yet. But when we go to design view, they'll probably prompt us to save it. So I'll just click on it here and go to design view. Again, you can do it from the drop down here and then pick design view. Okay, actually, technically, they would have made us save this already instead of going to the design view. But anyway, it's all right. So we do what they tell us to do. Set the criteria for the sold field to no. So we want sold right here. Go to the criteria. The criteria, if you remember from my lengthy 1 hour, 54 or 55-minute video, this sets a, let's call it a filter. But you know, you're just making the criteria more specific. They said they want the sold field to be no. That means it's a Boolean field. It's either yes or no, and no means they don't want to see the ones that are sold. Let's see, but they want now. They're saying press escape to dismiss. Okay, see, because now is an autocomplete choice from no. They're saying hit escape, but leave no, and then press enter. Okay, now they want me to sort the list price column in ascending order. So let's see, query 1, list price. So you got to go to the fields you've selected. In this case, list price. So in list price, you'll see there's a sort right here. So go to sort, but it's got to be in the column for list price. Okay, and then from the sort, from the drop down, you want ascending. Okay. So now it was 50 records, I think, but we changed that to no. And they're saying it's going to be 36 records when we run it. So run it. And here is 1 up 30, 36. Okay. Now they want me to save the query. So just hit the save button and save it as price per square feet, no period, and all them separate words. Price per square feet. Now, again, I think I told you in my lengthy video to save everything with no spaces. It's for sure the recommendation, but you can do it. Well, you have to do it. You do it what they tell you to do. All right. So price in caps per. Oh, per. I didn't put a capital. See, that would have been wrong. But I don't want to spend time doing things, getting things wrong. Sometimes I do it on purpose, as you know. But I want to get this thing done. All right. So I'm going to just say that and OK. Now I'll display the price per square foot query in design view. So price per square foot in design view, right click and choose design, or again, do it from here. Okay, so design view, display the price per square foot in design view. Didn't I just do that? Design view. What I did. Anyway, all right, so now right click in the first row of the first empty column. So this is a column. It's got something in it. This is a column. This is a column. This is a column. This is a column. They want the first empty column in the first row. So that's here. Okay. Now they want us to use a zoom box. A zoom box basically pulls this field information up into a bigger, an easier to view thing. So watch. I'm going to right click. So right click and choose zoom. Okay, and when you do, see, now you're creating, or you can create something. They want me to zoom dot, so they want me to type price per square foot, for feet, price per square feet. And again, exactly that way. So capital P for price, capital P for per, capital S for SQ, and capital F for FT, and colon. When you do a colon, you're creating a field name, okay, for what you're doing. And then click OK. Oh, what did I not do? Price per square feet. Wait. Type price per square feet, list price. Oh, okay, they want me to, sorry, they want me to also then do they're wanting a little calculation. So list price divided by square feet. Now, sometimes they don't want spaces. I like spaces after this colon, but if they don't accept it, then I'll take the space away. But you never know what they want. So I'm going to say okay. Okay, so that was okay. But if they didn't, you probably just take away the space. All right, now they're saying run the query. So run it. And now what you're seeing, in addition to the first name, last name, list price, square feet, and sold, these were the properties we originally, or the fields we originally had. Now this was the temporary field we created, or the field we created, price per square feet. And this is the result of that calculation, okay? So that's all that thing is then doing. Now, run the query, observe the results, which include that, save the query. So hit the save button, okay? So that one is done. All right, now this one, there's only 8 in chapter 3. So if I do 3 out of 8, that should be again in the 40% range, more or less. It'd be 37 or something. That's perfectly fine. That's what I, again, like to do. So let's see here, 3.1.2, they want me to open the property sheet for the price per square feet field. Open the property sheet. All right, so to open the property sheet, I can just right click and go to properties, meaning right click in the field that you want. So price per square feet, the one we just created. So now this is the properties. Now they want me to change the calculated field, which is format this thing, in other words, with currency. Okay. Now when they want also a caption, wait, let me make sure. Open the property sheet, I did. Format the price per square feet, which is this one, it's price per square feet, as currency. So I did, and then add a caption. So go to caption and put per caption, you're putting the spaces. It's perfectly okay to put spaces on captions, price per, because a caption is not the field name, it's just what we display to quote unquote the users, and then press enter. Okay. Now run the query. So now you're just going to see the query, but with the format as currency, and currency means 2 decimal places, and you see the caption, price per square feet. All right, so that was, wait, I did that. Oh, save the query. Okay, so save, question complete. So that's 2 out of 8, that's 25%. So if I do this one, then I'll be in the 37.5% range or so. All right, so right click the field row of the first empty column. So again, we did this one, and now we're doing it again for something else. So this is the first empty column, okay? And they said right click and go into the zoom again, all right? Let's see, and from the shortcut menu, zoom, type. Now here we're gonna type again, all right? So price, so we're doing another calculation. Price, capital P, price per bedroom. No spaces, but capital P for price, capital P for per, capital B for bedroom, and then a colon. Then again, I'm doing a space. It's possible they won't like it. When there's a left bracket and right bracket, it's just another way. So when you're doing your calculations, you're doing it based on field names, and you can do it one way or the other. Okay, so price, a listed price with a left bracket and a right bracket, no space, capital L, capital P, / because you're going to divide it by left bracket again, beds, right bracket again, and click OK. But let me make sure. Price per bedroom, colon, space, open bracket, listed price, capital LP, L and capital P, right bracket, divide sign, division, left bracket, beds, capital B, right border, and click OK. Yeah, okay. But now again, they want us to format this one. So they want this one as currency and then another caption. They just want us to do this again. So right click here, the new field, properties. For format, we want currency. Okay. And then for caption, we want it to be price space per bedroom. Makes it more clear, to quote unquote again the user. A price per bedroom, press enter. So a capital P for price, capital P for per, capital B for bedroom, and I put spaces and I enter. Now they want me to give intentionally. Oh, okay. I intentionally wait a minute. List price is there. You've intentionally misspelled the field name for the list price field as listed price. I'm not sure where that is. Oh, I think they're saying they've done something. They just want me to run the query anyway. Enter 100,000 in the parameter box. So I'm going to run the query, okay? And because I just created what's called a parameter query, because I had that information up there, they're saying now they want me to run it and not add in, but enter 100,000. So 100,000, and then just see the result. So okay. Notice all, okay, so they're all 50,000 because something was wrong. The a list price or listed price, I'm not sure what they're saying, but one of them was wrong. So display the price per square foot query in design view. So now I got to go to design view. Okay, so design view here or here. Design view. Okay. Display the zoom for the price per bedroom. So right here again, right click, go to zoom. And now they want me to say correct. So it divides list price by the number of beds. So it's listed. Yeah. So they told us to type it that way, I think, because it said that there's a mistake. I typed what they said. I always verify. So list price. So now I guess that was a mistake. So by correcting it, now the real calculations will pop up. Run the query. Again, run. Excuse me again. Okay, yeah, they were all 50,000. Now they're changed because they had me purposefully make a mistake. And listed price, there must be something for it somewhere for 50,000. Anyway, run the query. I did save the query. So click the save button. Okay. Question complete. Now I'm on number 4 of 8, which means I did 3 of 8, which is 37.5. Again, I'm going to submit. I think, yeah, I click here, right? Okay, yeah. And then now I'm going to stop and, I'm not going to stop. Show anything, but so I got 38.5, 38.9, and 37.5. Okay. I think, you know what? That's actually a little bit less time than I normally take on my videos. So I'm happy. So this way I was a little bit more quick or whatever, but I also think because I spread it out, and I was more cognizant or more aware of paying attention to how many things I did. But anyway, all right. So now I'm going to go over here. Let's see, in here, I'm going to stop the recording. Thank you very much, guys. I'll be playing this tonight, I think, and probably I'll try to do 4, 5, and 6 between now and then. I've got a class that starts now in 7 minutes, so I got to run. Have a great day.